Okay, hello. I'm going to try to show you how to make a Labubu using this template. A template is like a stencil that you can trace. And so I have this guy, this guy's finished here. So he's my one that I'm gonna look at while I'm drawing this one. So I have, I have this stencil here. It's just the basic shape of a Labubu. You could do either side works because he's pretty symmetrical. I'm gonna center him on my paper, which means I'm gonna put him in the middle as best I can. And then I'm gonna use a pencil first in case I make a mistake. I wanna draw light till I get it right. So that means draw lightly with the pencil. Don't push super hard. See, I already made a mistake. So I wanna draw lightly so that I can erase. If I press too hard, then I might be able to erase the pencil lines, but there will always be lines that are dug into the paper that I won't be able to erase. Oops. So take your time, use your helper hand to hold down the stencil. You need it to be still, otherwise it'll move around on you, and your Labubu, when you're done drawing it, will look like it's moving or wiggling. It won't be just one shape. All the way around. Forget where I started, I think right here. So I'm just gonna go right back to this part. All right, I believe I have traced the entire guy. There he is. He has some mistakes. He's not perfect, but that's okay. I can erase, like for instance here, I don't have much of an eraser, but that's okay. Right here, I have just a little line that went out of the way, out of the line there. I'm just gonna erase that. Now I'm happy with the shape of my Labubu, so I'm gonna use a Sharpie to trace over the lines. Let's see. I'm looking at this guy and he's really furry, and I used a zigzag line to show the texture of him, and the texture is how something feels. And I drew these zigzag lines to make it look like he's fuzzy. So I'm going to use my Sharpie, and I'm going to make, instead of a smooth line, I'm gonna make it a little bit zigzag to make it look like he's furry. Or I could just trace it smooth. If you want your Labubu to have smooth fur, that's fine. I'm just gonna kind of do this little zigzaggy thing here. It looks kind of cool. And then I'll do it over here. All right. It's not the same on both sides, right? But that's okay. His hair probably isn't either. And let's see, I could do it on, actually at this part, maybe I should draw this line. So I don't have that line from my template, but the line for his chin comes down like this. So now he has a chin and cheeks. And then if I look at this one, I can see that this zigzag line goes in front of these ears, which I don't have that drawn either. So maybe I will just draw that while I'm here too. So there's the top of his head. And then maybe I'll make his ears a little furry also. Kind of looks like a tree, like a pine tree. Oh well. And then his arms, if I look at this one, it has like a wavy line that goes across his wrist. So I'm gonna draw that wavy line here. Kind of looks like a gingerbread man. Then I'm gonna do one on the other side too, in that same spot, like that. And also on the bottom, so it's almost as if he's wearing pants. The bottoms of his pant legs are wavy lines like this. I'm gonna do that on both of those too. So now I know where I have to draw the furry zigzags again. There and there. And then I'll just trace over this for his hand. Trace over this for his hand. Even though this guy has fingers, but just to make it more simple, I'm just gonna do those little nubs. And then a line here. Show his furriness, zigzags, And then his feet are whoop, whoop. I already had that there because of the stencil, but I have other stencils that don't have that wavy line for the toes. It just goes straight across like the hands, and that works too. That's fine. Then I want, right here, he has a nice round happy tummy. So his he doesn't have pants, he's furry, but his legs, the line goes up a little bit like to there. And then a big smile line for his big happy full tummy. And then I could make a couple more zigzag lines to show that his tummy is round and fuzzy also. All right, now I am ready for this part. So inside his face, there is a big oval because he has fur and then he has a smooth face. So this big oval would be his smooth face. So maybe with my pencil, I'll do that first so I don't make a mistake. And if I do, I can erase it. So I'm gonna just draw this smooth oval. Kind of looks like an egg or an astronaut in a helmet. And go around like that. There we go. I think that looks good. Now I know where my oval is and I like where it is. I could do those zigzag lines with my Sharpie. So I'm gonna do that. And then down here, I'm just gonna draw it just smooth. There we go. And then I can always erase my pencil lines when I'm done. Let's do the ears next, because that's the next easiest part, I would say. So tall upside down U here, tall upside down U here, and then little upside down U's here and here. Maybe that might go down. Cool. Then I'm gonna start with these bumps he has on his forehead, almost like his eyebrows. That's a curved line like that and a curved line like this. So you might want to use your pencil so that you can erase if you need to, but I'm just gonna use the Sharpie. I'm just gonna go for it. And then I'm gonna do an upside down U here, and an upside down U here. And an oval, and then another circle inside that oval. And that little circle that I just drew, I'm gonna leave white. That's the shine to show that his eyes are wet, because we have wet eyes and it's the light shining in his eye. And then his nose is like a little bent line that goes like this and then comes down to a point. And then he has a big smile like this. And then I like to start with just 2 front teeth. 1, 2. And then it helps me balance how many more I put. And I'm just gonna put as many as I can fit on that smile. I'm not sure how many he actually has, but that's okay. All right, now I have my drawing. Now I'm ready to color him.